A 19-year-old arrested for allegedly attacking two people at a Fayetteville homeless shelter. Coming up, how he could now be charged with murder after one of the victims died.
It's still pretty nice overall today, just increasing that cloud coverage. Now over the next few days, that's when those rain chances are coming back. That's coming up in the full forecast.
I stand in solidarity with my neighbors who are being discriminated.
And hundreds of immigration protesters arrested in downtown LA. This morning we'll have more on the president's plan to send in the military and how the movement has reached our area.
But first, the live look outside in Rogers for you here at 6:30. Good morning to you there. 5 News This Morning starts now.
Covering news where you live. This is 5 News This Morning.
Well, hey, thanks so much for waking up with us. Rise and shine. We're off to a great start to the day today. The sunrise is out there. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I feel like it matches with the weather we've had the last few days. We're hoping it stays like this. Steven, come on, give us some good news.
Good news is it's nice today, but then from there, some rain chances are coming back into the forecast, unfortunately. Starting really tomorrow and our Friday, that's when it's going to be rainy once again. But still, today's forecast overall looks pretty good out there. Just a little bit more in the way of some cloud coverage. Definitely an increase of that cloud coverage since yesterday. Because that low is moving our direction, and that's what's increasing the clouds. That's what's also increasing the rain chances as well. Now, starting late this evening, that's when we could see a few scattered showers here and there. But really picking up for your Thursday and for your Friday as well. That's when those rain chances are going to start to ramp back up. Going into this weekend, I know we got a lot of plans out there for Father's Day weekend. Still going to be dodging some scattered showers, I fear, but the overall coverage of them doesn't look to be widespread. Northwest Arkansas, the rest of the day today, it looks like this. Again, right now, absolutely gorgeous out there. For most of the day today, it's going to be gorgeous as well. Just going to slowly increase that cloud coverage by the time we get to this evening. Still, take a look at these daytime highs. Reaching up to the mid-80s, not too bad for this late into June. Across the River Valley, we're going to be back up into those upper 80s today. I think overall still very comfortable out there, but that cloud coverage going to be on the climb by the time we get to this evening. Again, late this evening, that's when we can have a few of those scattered showers. We walk you through Futurecast again, almost dry all day long until we get late tonight. That's all. Watch out for a few stray showers here and there. Now, early indications showing us that these showers are going to be light, not too much to worry about, mainly across parts of eastern Oklahoma, parts of the River Valley as well. But when it comes to those rain chances, those are going to be increasing again for your Thursday and Friday. We'll talk about that coming up in just a bit. But first, let's get a check of some traffic out there this morning. Here's a live look out across I-540 there over the Arkansas River. Good morning to you there this morning. Good news is, as you head out the door, that sunrise coming up. It's beautiful out there this morning, feels comfortable, and no accidents as you head out the road. That drive into work for your Wednesday looks great.
Thanks for that, Stephen. Well, we are taking a live look out in Los Angeles this morning, where it looks calm now, but the last few days have had a different story. A curfew has gone into effect in part of the city amid immigrant rights protests. The president sent in the military to handle immigration protesters.
Yeah, some have actually taken over downtown streets for the past 5 days. At times, encounters between demonstrators have turned violent. In a public address Tuesday evening, California's Governor Gavin Newsom condemned President Trump's deployment of the military as a, what he said, brazen abuse of power. At the same time, Los Angeles' Mayor Karen Bass issued an 8 p.m. curfew. After the unrest, nearly 500 protesters were arrested.
Meanwhile, Arkansas's governor is weighing in on the president's decision to utilize U.S. military to regulate the immigration protests in Los Angeles. State and local leaders usually have to ask for that kind of help, but California has not requested federal reinforcements. Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders spoke on the issue, placing fault for the unrest on the leadership in Los Angeles.
I'm a big fan of order over chaos, and I think the president is absolutely 100% right to step in. Frankly, he shouldn't have to, but because of their failures, he needs to.
The governor expressed respect for demonstrating free speech, but not at the expense of public disruption.
Well, meanwhile, at the nation's capital, Senator Tom Cotton is introducing 2 bills to increase punishment for violent rioters. The legislation would establish and raise the minimum sentences for violent offenders. It would also require non-citizens convicted of criminal offenses during a protest to be deported within 60 days. In a statement, Cotton said, in part, that rioters of any immigration status who assault ICE officers should face consequences. Well, demonstrators enforcement say they are standing standing in solidarity with those impacted by the ICE operations in LA. The group lined Garrison Avenue calling for an end to the mass deportation efforts. One United Methodist minister says that Fort Smith's diverse identity makes this issue personal.
The most diverse school in the state is right down the street. It has always been a place where people of all skin colors and immigrants have been welcome and have chosen to make their home.
Protesters say they plan to continue organizing and building community support, both for Fort Smith's immigrant population and those impacted across the country. Now we'll continue tracking developments from downtown LA. You can follow those latest updates on our free 5 News smartphone app. And developing this morning, a Fayetteville man is expected to face murder charges.
This comes after a victim in an attack at the Seven Hills homeless shelter has died. Investigators say Jaden Lemming attacked 2 victims with a blunt weapon while they were asleep. We spoke to prosecutors about the case. They say that they're still trying to figure out if they want to seek capital murder or first-degree murder charges. Police are also investigating if anyone else was involved in the attack.
Is claiming that he carried this attack out as a result of somebody telling him to do so. There is also additional information that the intended victims were not the people that actually were injured in this case.
Lemming is being held in the Washington County Jail. We'll bring you any updates on the upgraded charges after prosecutors make a decision.
Well, now to an update in a plan to revamp the SNAP program in Arkansas. The USDA is giving the green light to Governor Sanders. Her request to ban the purchase of unhealthy items like soda, candy, using food stamps. Arkansas now joins 6 other states with permission to make this move. The government figures indicate about a quarter of the nation's $119 billion food stamp spending goes towards soft drinks, unhealthy snacks, candy, and desserts. Governor Sanders says it's a bold step to fight chronic disease and promote healthier choices, something she echoed when first announcing this proposal 2 months ago.
1/3 of our state has diabetes or is pre-diabetic. When the numbers are that high, it's important for us to examine a system that actively encourages and subsidizes unhealthy, highly processed, addictive products.
In its approval, the USDA says this aligns with President Trump's mission to make America healthy again. The restrictions will go in place in July of next year.
Well, a new ruling from the state's high court can mean serious consequences for lawyers using artificial intelligence tools like ChatGPT when handling legal cases. The Arkansas Supreme Court alluded to growing concerns about attorneys filing court documents with fake citations generated by AI. The proposed order warns that sharing confidential client information with AI systems could violate professional conduct rules. The public has until August 1st to comment on these proposed restrictions. Well, Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is dismissing the 17-member panel of experts that advises the CDC on vaccine use. He says it's due to conflicts of interest.
CBS News Dr. John LaPook spoke with the former head of the CDC about what the change means for healthcare in America.
Vaccines are one of the greatest accomplishments of the past century, and now they are at risk.
When Dr. Tom Frieden was director of the Centers for Disease Control from 2009 to 2017, he received guidance from the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices, or ACIP, a group of scientists who guide the CDC on vaccine policy.
It's one of the most respected institutions we've had.
And we're going to bring people onto the ACIP panel, not anti-vaxxers. We're bringing people on who are credentialed scientists, who are highly credentialed physicians, who are going to do evidence-based medicine.
What's your best sense about what's behind this decision?
I don't think I can read Secretary Kennedy's mind, but I do know that his stated rationale of strengthening trust is not what he's achieving. What he's achieving is the exact opposite.
He has said that there are conflicts of interest that have not been addressed.
This is simply untrue. We strengthened the system 15 years ago.
How has it been strengthened?
If there's anyone who has a potential conflict of interest, they have to recuse themselves from all decisions and discussions about that topic.
Kennedy has long been a critic of vaccines. He testified in January that his recommendations would only be based on widely accepted science.
I am not going to go into HHS and impose my preordained opinions on anybody at HHS.
HHS has said it is going to replace the 17 fired advisors, but it has not said when, with whom, or what the criteria will be for choosing them. Dr. John LaPook, CBS News, New York.
Well, this morning, authorities continue to search for a motive in the deadly mass school shooting in Austria, which left 10 people dead. Police say the school shooter on Tuesday was a 21-year-old former student armed with a Glock pistol and a shotgun. Students and staff barricaded themselves inside classrooms while SWAT teams cleared the building. Police say the shooter took his own life. He legally owned those firearms.